Well, folks, in today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be telling you all the story of the time I tried to create Nerf-Cat his very own model train, and it turned out to be an absolute disaster. So I think it was back in the spring, I made a video where I showed Nerf-Cat walking around the layout. It was one day while I was down here. He just got up on the layout. He does that once in a while. And I'd filmed it all, and originally I was just like, well, whatever. And I didn't do anything with the footage, but I mentioned it during a live stream, and a lot of people seemed interested in it. So I decided, what the heck, I'll kind of upload it to YouTube as sort of a joke, and whatever happens, happens. It turned out to be a pretty popular video. A lot of people really liked it, and that was something I was not expecting at all. But in any case, it was a positive thing, so it's just like, oh, what the heck, that was all fun. But anyway, a few weeks later, we were showing it to a family friend of ours, and he suggested something. He's like, this is what you gotta do. He's like, you should take some tracks, set it up around your living room, and make Nerf-Cat his very own train. You can load it up with cat biscuits and everything like that, and you can have him follow it around. So I thought this was a terrific idea. I thought, oh, it would be really funny to watch Nerf-Cat, follow this train of food around. So yeah, a few days later, I decided to go ahead and try to create this whole thing. So I set up some track in the living room, a nice big kind of square with rounded edges, and I got a train set up, which I thought would be pretty good. A flat car, I loaded it up with some little bowls and filled it with his favorite cat treats. And anyway, I got it all working, and then I went and got Nerf-Cat. Now, his reaction to this whole thing was way different than I expected, and did not go as planned. He did not like the train I created for him. So yeah, you can all enjoy the footage of Nerf-Cat not liking the train, which was supposed to be his favorite thing. So here it is all set up, and as you can see, I decided to pick a chassis system locomotive to pull the whole thing. I figured a company with its logo being a cat would be fitting to pull something like this. Behind that we have an intermodal car loaded up with some cat kibble, and even a Purina boxcar thrown on the back for good measure. So at this point there was only one thing left to do, which was to go get Nerf-Cat and see what his reaction was. And he just so happened to be coming down the hallway, so it was really perfect timing for all of this. And we're gonna see what his reaction is to the train, which I presume is of his dreams. Nerf-Cat, the train's coming by. Look what it's got on it. So as you can see, right off the bat, he was not showing much interest in his train. I mean, we had made this entire thing for him, and he just walked right out of the room. So I went and got him back in here. I thought maybe he hadn't gotten a good enough look at it. And once he realized his favorite kibble was on this thing, he was going to realize it was made just for him, and he was going to be all over it. But no matter how many times I tried to reintroduce him to his very own train, he just ignored it. He was not happy with it. Nerf-Cat. Now, even though he clearly wasn't showing very much interest in this thing, I was really determined at this point to make this whole thing work, so I figured we'll stop the train and we'll let him figure out what exactly it's carrying, and once he figures it out, we'll be able to get the train moving, and he'll be chasing it around the living room in no time. Okay, so we've got him to make peace with the train. So now we just need to now get the train moving here. Let's see if he still goes for it. He doesn't seem to like, I think it's the sound of this particular locomotive. Okay, so we're gonna get it moving here. I'm not sure how he's gonna react. Oh. But unfortunately, this didn't seem to convince him that this was something that was good. He wants the treats, but does not like the sound of that locomotive. So eventually I decided to try something else. I figured, you know what, that Bachmann engine makes a bit of a funny noise. Maybe he doesn't like the sound of it. So I decided to get this proto one, which I knew he didn't have a problem with because it was the same one that was running on the layout the day he was walking on it. So I got this all set up and I figured, okay, this time it's going to work. It's going to be a lot quieter. He's not going to be bothered by it and he'll definitely want it. But once again, he did not show any interest in the train. Honestly, just thinking, Nerf-Cat's just got too much chill. I mean, he knows what's on that train, and look, he kind of just vaguely, like, glances at it every time it goes by, and he just seems to ignore it. Kitty, kitty. So at this point, things were really not going great. He really just did not seem to be showing any interest in this train we had created for him. So I figured I would try something else. I figured maybe this time, if we stop it beside him with a quieter locomotive, he'll take more interest in it and he'll chase this thing around. But the results pretty much speak for themselves for this one. So this time what we're going to try doing is we're going to just try stopping it right beside him there. See if he goes for that. There's the train. There we go. Let's see if he follows it. Oh, yeah, maybe. He's not going for it. Let's try back up here. For a second time. Okay. Here. First, he remembers earlier receiving some food here, so yeah, he's kind of sniffing around and stuff. So it looked like for a second he was about to follow it the time before, so I figured we're getting really close. He's going to figure this out really, really soon. So once again, I decided to back it up, let him have a little bit of food off of it, just so that he gets the idea once again, and then move it forward, and hopefully he'll follow it. And he didn't seem too enthused about the train moving, but I figured if we just move it forward a little bit, he'll come over here, he'll eat the food, and then he'll be following this thing around in no time. But quite predictably, he did end up coming over here, and well, you can kind of guess the rest. Cat. Kitty, Nerf-Cat. And at that point, I pretty much just gave up.